Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking another look at some of the incredible hidden details, random encounters and world-building moments that make Red Dead Redemption 2 feel so alive. Many of these moments are easy to miss during a normal playthrough. Some happen only under specific conditions. Others are hidden connections that Rockstar placed in the game world to reward curious players. So let's take a look at a few fascinating details you may have never noticed. While traveling through the forests south of Strawberry, I came across a familiar sight. A group of white-hooded cult members performing one of their strange ceremonies. These characters are among the most bizarre random encounters in the game. You can find them in several locations, usually at night and far away from civilization. What's funny is that they're often their own worst enemy. If you simply watch without interfering, their ceremony can go horribly wrong, and they may accidentally set themselves on fire. It's one of the funniest random events in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Into a sacred cause. Please step forward and kneel. Do you choose to accept the light?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Thank you very much. All right.
Come on.
Here
Let
we go.
the eternal light shine.
Yeah.
Even more interesting, eliminating them doesn't result in an honor loss. In fact, they're one of the very few groups in the game that players can deal with freely without being punished by the honor system. Afterward, you can search the area and even find documents connected to the group's leader. Later, while leaving Valentine during the evening, I noticed something strange. In the distance, it looked like a lantern was floating in midair. Underneath it was what appeared to be a small, dark object. At first, I thought it might be an NPC, but there was nobody there. When I moved closer, the lantern suddenly fell to the ground and immediately went out. I've never seen this happen before. Was it a bug, a physics glitch, or some hidden object loading incorrectly? Honestly, I have no idea. If you've ever experienced something similar, let me know in the comments because I'm genuinely curious. One thing that becomes obvious throughout the game is that the O'Driscoll boys never seem to learn their lesson. You'll frequently find them harassing people, setting up ambushes, or causing trouble across the map. Valentine is one of the places where they often appear. Whenever I encounter them causing problems, I usually decide it's time to teach them a lesson. And thankfully, they usually carry some decent loot.
It's gonna be a pleasure to dress you, mister.
Next time. You might have just saved my life, stranger. You're a gentleman.
They won't bother you no more.
If only there was more men like you, and less of them damn O'Driscolls. I'm gonna see to my ailings. Thank you, mister. Really.
Not far from Valentine, you'll also encounter additional O'Driscoll ambushes waiting for unsuspecting travelers. Of course, after dealing with them, it's always worth checking the bodies for valuables.
You really shouldn't rile me. Ain't wise.
Do you remember Tommy, the huge man Arthur fights during the mission, Americans at Rest, in Valentine? Most players beat Tommy unconscious and move on with the story. But Rockstar didn't forget about him. A few days later, if you return to Valentine, you'll hear townsfolk talking about the fight. Some people even accuse Arthur of nearly killing the poor guy.
Just move on.
Hey there.
We don't need your type around here. Fine then. I've had it with thugs like you. Think you can bully your way through life.
Oh, come on, man. Someone throws a punch, you punch back. Don't bother pretending different.
Hey, walk right.
As far as I care, you ain't even here.
Get your head out of your ass. Your friend had worse coming. I let him off easy.
Leave me alone.
And if you pay close attention during the mission A Quiet Time with Lenny, you'll actually see Tommy again. His condition is noticeably worse. He struggles to speak properly and appears permanently affected by the beating he received. It's a small detail that many players completely miss, but it's another example of Rockstar showing that actions have consequences in their world.
Hey, no hard feelings, huh? You ever wonder if life is a brutal waste of time? Yeah, I think you're right, partner.
There's another interesting detail during A Quiet Time. Near the end of the mission, Arthur causes enough trouble that the sheriff eventually comes looking for him. For most players, Arthur gets caught and wakes up in jail the next morning. But that's not the only outcome. If you're quick enough, you can actually escape. When you successfully avoid capture, Arthur doesn't simply respawn back in town. Instead, he wakes up much farther away, near Flatneck station. It's a small alternative outcome that many players never see because they usually end up getting arrested. What makes these moments so special isn't just the events themselves. It's the way Rockstar connected everything together. Characters remember what happened. NPCs react to past events. Random encounters have consequences, and even small decisions can create entirely different outcomes. It's these little details that make the world feel believable, even years after release. The more time I spend exploring Red Dead Redemption 2, the more I realize that the game's greatest secrets aren't hidden in treasure maps or Easter eggs. They're hidden in the countless little details most players ride right past. And that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed these hidden details and world-building moments, Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more Red Dead Redemption 2 secrets, mysteries, and discoveries. And let me know in the comments, which of these details did you already know, and which one surprised you the most? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.